one-handed microphone holder. Can you hear me like this? Is this good? Desrose? Perfect. All right. Okay, so it's so much fun to get our entire basketball program together. It makes me feel like we have the most unified program in the CVAC. So with that being said, thank you to everyone who helped set up the dinner tonight. Mrs. O'Connell for all the headaches you've had the past few weeks. The bottom line is, this dinner was set up so everyone could enjoy some great food and watch 4 out of the 5 of our seniors cry their eyes out during their speech. I'm pretty confident that I won't cry, not because I don't care enough to, but because anyone who knows me knows that I don't want my makeup to get messed up. Oh yeah. Okay, listen, I shake and I can't, I'm going to drop that microphone. That's why you can hear you. Can everyone hear me like this? Okay. Okay, my love for basketball all started from watching my cousin George make her mark on not only Saranac but Clinton. She made basketball my favorite sport growing up. She has such a strong, gracious, and honest heart that how could you not want to be just like her? I was lucky enough to have Michelle along with Jade Pellerin as my first coaches in AAU. And there's one thing I took away from that season, is that when you play defense, you need your arms out so you can point your squirt guns at your player and the ball. Michelle's passion for the game is one of a kind, and this program was fortunate to have her for the time that we did. To the modified girls, you're lucky to not only have one, but two amazing coaches who love this sport as much, and if not more than you do. Thank you, George, for being my biggest role model and being the sister I never had. I'm so happy that Trentley didn't like hockey, so he could be a hawker. He could be a baller just like his mommy. Hopefully he sticks with this one. Mom, Dad, and Cody, thank you. Even though my brother is not here, apparently I still have to mention him in my speech. I can't thank him enough for my toughness on and off the court. Growing up with an older brother who played football, wrestling, and baseball, you're bound to be a tough girl. Thank you for always going outside with me to shoot hoops and play horse or just to make up plays in the driveway. I'm so thankful for the friendship we have. Wish you were here though, you butthead. He's going to see this later. So, some of you may not know my dad, but he usually sits next to the quietest person there is, Mr. O'Connell. That is not Jack Alexander. I love hearing my dad explain different situations during the game because he was never a sports guy. Usually everything he tells me revolves around hitting someone hard enough to know that they won't run into me again. Thank you for the advice, Dad. Mom, thank you for being my #1 supporter and my best friend. You're always there to pick me up after a bad game or practice. I know I can be a little stubborn at times, but you find a way to make me laugh and not worry about the little things. I know you're going to miss capturing all the fouls that the refs miss or all the ugly faces that we make going in for a layup, but I know you'll find a reason to be back in that gym taking pictures. My parents have taught me that basketball and any other sport is just a hobby. It's nothing to work yourself up over or overthink about. High school sports are just a fraction of the life I have ahead of me. Thank you for making me enjoy the little things and not take life too seriously. So when you look back and start to think about all the people you have to thank, you realize there's a lot of people that go into making your basketball career a career. Like Mr. Dennis, setting up all of our games and practices times, parents and other teammates' parents who take you in as one of your own during the season. And of course, Mrs. Newell, for dealing with Mr. Newell more than we have to. God bless you, wherever she is. Yeah. Then you realize that you've had a million coaches to thank, and you start with your AAU coaches who are just as crazy to you, just as crazy as you, to think that it would be fun to play in a gym that's 110 degrees. Next, you have to think about your first season coach, your modified coach. Mine was Justin Real. That man made our modified team undefeated and the best condition we will ever be in. To Mrs. Carter, my JV season, thank you for all the secrets about NCCS we needed to know to beat them. Special shout out to Coach Berkey. Y'all made JV seasons so enjoyable, from making us run for 2 hours one day, to clarifying the difference between my hamstring and my hemorrhoid. And of course, what would practice be if no one got cut by your rock? And finally, the real bottom line is your varsity coach. 2 years ago, when I decided that the sport just wasn't for me, he was so understanding and helped to make what felt like a life-changing decision much easier. He told me that I was always welcome back, and he truly meant it. He and this team wholeheartedly made me a part of this program again. Although I haven't been with him as long as the other seniors, my best memories with him are all the digs and the zingers and the one-liners we give each other. So with that being said, Mr. Newell, did you know that if you fail the entrance exam to Clayburg, they send you to Redford? Kuchers, that is not to you, just to him, okay? Mr. Newell and I get along so well. Side note, Mr. Newell likes to give us grammar lessons during practice, and he told us it's always respectful to talk about the other person before yourself. So our whole team knows that it's he and I, or a pronoun and then you, okay? Just so everyone knows that. We get along so great because we're so similar. We're both stubborn. I think there's a point on modified when you're scared of him. Then JV comes and you're trying to impress him. And then varsity comes and some days you just want to kill him. The bottom line is that I'm very grateful for the friendship I've made with him throughout the years. And I'm going to keep saying bottom line because Mr. Newell, that's his favorite saying in the whole program. And so we're so far below that bottom line that we're now into the negatives. So thank you for all the time and effort you put into this program. Finally, to my team, you girls are some of the most mentally unstable group of girls. But that's what makes this so interesting. Even though Coach says there's too much smiling at practice some days, don't listen to him. Keep joking and smiling. Those are going to be the best memories you have. If he questions it, tell him you're working out. Smiling takes 54 muscles, and it's the strongest facial expression we have. One piece of advice I can give you is just to enjoy the sport and not get frustrated during the game. I know that seems impossible at some points, but just always stay positive because not everyone is getting the same chance as you to get frustrated at a bad move or play. Good luck in the future. You have a great future ahead, not only in basketball, but in life. Thank you for making my last season one to remember. Seniors, well, we've made it to the bottom line. This is the last season we will all be together, though, because we depart in different sports in the spring. Thank you for welcoming me and encouraging me to do basketball again. I couldn't imagine playing my last year with a more awesome group of girls. The season isn't over yet, though, so let's show the CVAC what a true championship team looks like. Dilly dilly.